Alphabet's Taara chip uses light beams to provide high-speed internet. More on that coming up, but first, Samsung Galaxy S25 smartphones are on sale for record low prices, making this a great time to upgrade. The standard S25 is down to $700, which is a discount of $100. The slightly beefier S25 Plus now costs $800 instead of $1,000. Finally, the S25 Ultra has been discounted to $1,100 from $1,300. All of these deals are available via Amazon. This is Samsung's latest and greatest smartphone line, having just released back in January. We appreciated the base S25 in our official review, calling out the solid build quality and incredible battery life. The processor is also noticeably more powerful than last year's model. This makes the whole Gemini AI experience smoother, if that's something you're into. And we already suspected that Apple was planning to announce a new MacBook Air in March, and now we have it from the horse's mouth. Company CEO Tim Cook took to social media to post a tease-heavy video along with the caption, "This week." The video itself plays music as the text, "There's something in the air," crawls along the screen. Finally, a telltale ultra-thin swoosh interrupts the text. It's incredibly likely that the swoosh is being used to represent the forthcoming M4 MacBook Air. We don't know when this week the announcement will take place, so hold tight. The M4 MacBook Air is expected to come in two sizes, 13-inch and 15-inch, according to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman. Apple introduced the M3 MacBook Air last March, so a yearly refresh is certainly in order. The M4 chip, on the other hand, just came to Mac computers a few months ago. It first showed up in the iPad Pro before coming to the iMac, Mac Mini, and MacBook Pro in October. Could the "there's something in the air" refer to a refresh of the iPad Air? Maybe, but probably not. A new design came out back in May. The base iPad, however, is due for an update. To find the latest gadget news, reviews, price drops, and more, head over to Engadget.com. Alphabet has announced a new development for Taara's technology that could lead to low-cost, high-speed internet connectivity, even in far-flung locations. Taara's general manager, Mahesh Krishnaswamy, has introduced the Taara chip, a silicon photonic chip that uses light to transmit high-speed data through the air. The Taara chip is about the size of a fingernail, far smaller than the technology the Alphabet division has been using. Taara Lightbridge, which is what its first-generation technology is called, is the size of a traffic light and uses a system of mirrors and sensors to physically steer light to where it needs to go. The new chip uses software instead. Taara is a project under X, Alphabet's moonshot factory. The high-speed wireless optical link technology underpinning the project was originally developed for X's Project Loon internet broadcasting balloons. Alphabet pulled the plug on Loon in 2021 and focused on Taara instead, using its technology to beam broadband across the Congo River and the streets of Nairobi. Even years before Loon shut down, Alphabet's X was already toying with the idea of using light to beam internet and tested the technology in India. Taara's technology works by using a very narrow invisible light beam to transmit data at speeds as high as 20 gigabits per second, up to distances of 20 kilometers, 12.1 miles. It's like traditional fiber in the sense that it uses light to carry data, except that light doesn't travel through cables. Instead, Taara's hardware emits beams of light. The beams from two units must be aligned with each other to be able to form a secure link that can transmit data, which is why Lightbridge was fitted with the parts needed to be able to physically steer the light. Taara's new chip doesn't need those components. It contains hundreds of tiny light emitters controlled by software with automatic steering. Krishnaswamy said Taara's light beaming units will only take days to install instead of the months or years it can take to lay fiber. During tests in the lab, the Taara team was able to transmit data at speeds of 10 gigabits per second over a distance of 1 kilometer, 0.062 miles, using two of the new chips. They're now looking to improve the chip's capacity and range by creating an iteration with thousands of light emitters. The team expects the chip to be available in 2026. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by Engadget contributor Mariella Moon and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and as always, we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.